So we are at 7-Eleven, and we see two guys walking into 7-Eleven. So my sister says, I feel like I know that guy right there. And she looked at him and was like, oh yeah, I do. And I was like, how would you know anybody out here? Because mind you, this is a new area for even me. We know no one. And she was like, oh yeah, we used to talk. And then my other sister was like, oh, the such and such guy. And she was like, yeah. She was like, oh yeah, I think that is him. So he's in there. She's in the back of the car dodging the man. And I'm just trying to figure out, is this really the man? Because like, why would he be out in this area?
He used to live really far away. That's why we can never really see each other like that. Good for him.
Wow. What are the, let me put him on my vlog. This the side view. Let me see. Oh crap. Hold on. Alright, so they would have got right there at the counter. Good thing he turned his face is turned sideways, so you know, I'm not like exploiting the man, because you know, but there he is. That's the guy or whatever. So yeah. So she just said, yeah, that's him. So now she's like absolutely sure that's him, y'all. So I moved here, mind you. I moved out this way to get away from people, like, and now we're running into people that she knows. Like, this is a problem. But what are the odds? We literally just pulled up here.
He always lived really far away.
And the man just comes walking right in the 7-Eleven
as we pull up the car.
So I guess this would be the perfect time to spill a little tea of my own, you know. So if you guys watched my video, Surprise I'm Pregnant, y'all kind of know some things about my situation with my child's father and things of such. And in another vlog, which y'all may or may not end up seeing, because I got so much footage that I halfway filmed. And oh, not just so much, she kind of want to go in there. So I kind of like filmed a lot of, oh, she going in, some halfway things or whatever. So y'all may or may not see it, but I was like, I wanted to kind of update y'all on that status, because I have been in contact with my son's father since then. And it has been quite a time. Let me just let y'all know the basics of this. I might just do a whole nother video to talk about this, because it is just so much details behind this situation here. But he was not at the birth of my son, and there's a reason for that. Do I want to say what the reason is right now? Probably not, because it's just too much to talk about. But yeah, he was not there to see our son being born. It's his first baby, well, his first son. And obviously our first child together. And he was not there. So that's, man, that is a very sad thing to say. Like, I've never experienced that before. And although his reason was valid, I just think that shouldn't have been his reason, period, you know. But we did talk about 2 weeks after I had the baby. And, well, let me rewind for a second, because he did call me on October 25th. I didn't have the baby then. I was still pregnant then. Are they talking? And, I didn't have the baby then, and I was ignoring him, because I came to my old neighborhood to go to a doctor's appointment. And he started calling like as soon as I got into the neighborhood. So I was like, he must have saw me, you know. And I was already over him. Like, we hadn't been talking. It's been like months, you know, since August. I ran into him at a Burger King in September, which I never shared. And I didn't care. I didn't want to really see him, because he had been like avoiding me that whole entire time. So like, okay, just because you run ready to talk now, don't think I'm gonna be ready to talk. You know what I mean? You want to keep distance between us, or act shady. I'm not gonna beg you to do right by me or my little one, because we gonna be alright regardless. But yeah, so he calls that day like 4 times back to back, and I ignored him. And then literally that same day was when his little incident occurred, which prevented him from being there to see our son being born. He called me at midnight as soon as my birthday hit, which was October 31st. I didn't know what time because he was calling from a different number. And he started texting me from that number, happy birthday. So I kind of assumed it could have been him, but I wasn't really sure. And I was just not really trying to talk to anybody. I was still in the hospital at that time. And I was set to go home that day. So it was midnight. So in a few hours at 10 o'clock, I was ready to go, set to go home. And I got a text that said, call me, we need to talk. You know, I wasn't really sure that it was him though, because it was, like I said, it's from another number. And I don't know. I just didn't really feel like being bothered with anyone or anything. I was just so blown about the fact that he wasn't there. I didn't know what was taking place. I was like, okay, this is just the ultimate way that I know he's never going to do the right thing by this baby. So, oh, I'm sorry. So I just left it at that. And November 12th comes around. He calls.
In here.
We talk. He's make a long story short, because it's just too much, and I'm annoyed just thinking about how dumb certain circumstances are. Make a long story short, he wasn't there for when the baby was born.
Wait, yo, hold on.
What?
My jacket's stuck in the door.
He still has not seen the baby. He hasn't really asked much about the baby. More so, just
You heard the voice, didn't you?
what's his name?
Made eye contact, and I did my.
And he asked for a picture of
His
him.
voice on his ear. He
But
saw me. He looked at me.
I feel.
He said,
Why is this doing that? Hold on. Oh, it's just because lunch. Can you move your lunch break?
sorry, friends. Oh,
And-
that's funny. People love to pretend like they see you. Boy gonna be like DM tonight. Like, I think that's a boy. You don't get on my DM. He a real parent that we can.
I think he did notice you because him and his friend was like smiling and talking when they left out. So he probably was like, yeah, he's out there or whatever. But so yeah, so he asked what was his name, which is a shame because you should know your child's name. And he asked for a picture of him, and I didn't give him either one. I told him it was going to be a surprise, and I didn't send him any pictures because I didn't want to send pictures to that phone since it wasn't his phone. And that's really been it. I spoke to him one other time, which was actually yesterday, and I was surprised that he even called back. As I left him a message with a family member of his, and he ended up calling back hours later because I actually went to my old city yesterday, and my car started acting dumb again, just like it did the last time I was there. And I was like, okay, let me just call and see if maybe he can come help me or whatever. The food wasn't available. He wants me to think he was in Virginia, but if you're watching this, just know I know you weren't in Virginia. What else?
Oh, Mom.
I won't say where I know where he was at, but we here. You definitely were not in Virginia. It's this little voice that you have when you're lying that gives you away every time. So yeah, you had that voice, and so I knew you was lying. But anyway, so we talked for about 50 minutes, and he wants to see the baby, but he says he does, but it's like, okay, when? You never say a certain date, or I don't know, but that's just to give y'all a brief update. I think I'm gonna do like an actual video just on that to give like some real details with the things that I'm comfortable sharing, because this is very odd, but sometimes talking about things just helps you to get over. So yeah, that's that with that. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next clip.